Trust. Trust and love. Trust is a big one, really, isn't it? People throw that word around. I trust you. I trust you. Do you really, though? Do you really? We trust our spouses mostly, all the time. Sometimes, never. Everybody's got their own answer. What do we trust? We hopefully trust our children that they do the right thing. Although sometimes we don't always trust them to speak the truth to us. But isn't that part of being a kid and part of being a teenager? Maybe, maybe not. But what I really want you to think about is when you did trust somebody and they let you down, how did your gut feel? Or people are telling you to trust this person, but your gut's going, I'm so sure I should do that, because it does not feel right. So have a think about a situation. How does your gut feel? Do you really feel you can trust that person? Say it could be a mechanic. We often have things about, we get very loyal to a mechanic that we trust because they charge us in the right way. They don't try and spin a yarn and add an extra $100 or £100 onto the bill. We have to trust them. How does your gut feel when you walk into that mechanic store? How does your gut feel when you meet your daughter's new boyfriend? How does your trust feel when you meet your best mate's girlfriend? Do you trust them? Do you trust them to make your special person feel good? And so I want you to think about times, maybe ideas, when you thought you wanted to really trust somebody, but your gut was going, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And so you really need to think about that. So if you can, in your spiritual diary, write down a thing at a time where everybody told you needed to trust them. And actually you didn't feel right about that decision. And in actual fact, it turned cut to custard. It didn't go as well as everybody thinked. It didn't go as well as everybody planned. It didn't go as it was supposed to go. And you trusted that thing to happen. And so I feel that often people who've had that let down, often managers, because maybe their workers weren't trustworthy enough to actually do the job and they had to come back and micromanage. It's about also letting space and time to let that person show you your trust or show you their trust. Let the employer trust them for the first time. See if they actually manage to do the job at the right time, in the right space, in the right way. It doesn't necessarily have to be the right way, as long as it ends up with the same result that you wanted, right? And being able to trust your friends when they go, yeah, you can really trust this bloke, he's really good. But actually, turns out he isn't. Turns out he's a narcissist. Or they rip somebody off. So many times we give our trust away and yet we're hurt afterwards. So if you can, think of an instance that what happened. Write it down. How would you have done things differently? What did you notice in your body when you had that trust betrayed? What did you notice when you first met them? When people were asking you to trust them? So see if you can figure out the contrast of your soul telling you this is not good, and the contrast of the soul going, yeah, we really think this will work really well. This will do our soul some good. This will feed us. This will add value to our lives. This will serve us. But being able to trust everybody, interesting. So have a think about it. What are the instances that you wanted to trust somebody and then you got locked down? What are the instances when somebody trusted you and you let them down? Was it your own fault? Did you do that spitefully? Did you do that meaningfully? Or it just happened to be that you couldn't follow through with the act that you said you'd do? So reflection is a wonderful thing. Reflection is great to find out how your trust really is. Reflection, how readily or easily you trust. Perhaps that's not always the right thing. And so have a think about that. Write in your diary and see how far you've come. Now, do you trust your gut when you meet somebody new? Do you put the feelers out? Do you understand what I mean by that? So surround them with your energy, almost like an auric field. How do they feel? Do they feel nice, curvy, wavy lines, or very spiky ups and downs. I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a point of reflection. And this is about discovery, what we feel, how we react, and whether our ego can take over. So now we want to listen to our soul and our heart. It's about the trust. Have a try. We'll talk about it later.